Hey guys, welcome back to Six Covered. Appreciate you showing up. And today we're talking about the updates. Now that I've had a chance to shoot this quite a few matches, I'm gonna give you my pros, cons, what I think of it, all that kind of fun stuff. But we're looking at the Seekins Pro Hunter. This is the Havak Pro Hunter 2 with the NRL version, M-lock and trigger. So, start off on the front. The enabler. Axis works. This is a titanium cut for 6.5 Creed. You have a spiral fluted barrel. We'll get down here to the orange / stock. It's a good looking stock. Really like the color. You're gonna see this as well. So we'll talk about this in another video. This is a prototype right now being utilized and designed and tweaked with a little bit to make sure that when you guys get it, it'll be perfect. So we won't talk about that yet. On top of here is the 4.5 to 22. This is a Vortex. This is the Razor HD LHT. So this is a light hunter version. Basically, we got quite a few things on here. So right now with the triple pull that's not on here, I weigh in at 11 pounds, 15 ounces. So this complete rifle is still available and shot in the factory division. So I think this is one of the best rifles for factory. I really like this thing. The barrel is a 24-inch barrel and it's all steel and it works really well, shoots really well. Action on this thing is super smooth, especially as you get some more rounds through it. I like running a little bit of grease in some certain areas, but it's definitely super smooth. You can see here the logo of the Havak, and on this side you'll see Seekins Precision right here on the action. So a couple of the things. So the scope, like I said, works really well. I would say if I was doing a review on the scope right now, I would say I wish it had a 10 turret. This is a 30 millimeter tube, so that works. It works out well. The quality of the glass is really good. So I switched from the PST Viper to this. Little better quality of glass, but you only notice it when in kind of more of the darker shaded areas. It has right here, turn this on. This is the send it level. So I think MDT picked that up as well, purchased that. But basically I have the Brant, which is fiber optic wire that runs back to the eyepiece. And this tells you if you're canted left or right, or if you're centered up, which would be a green right there. So you want to shoot while it's green. On the back here, you'll see a wee bad cheek piece. This one's not made for this style rifle, but I made it work with Velcro. So this is the soft side or the loop side of the Velcro, and it works well. So the one thing I would give this, if I could add anything to this rifle, would be some type of ability to raise the height of this cheek piece. So depending on if you got fat cheeks, thin cheeks, whatever you got, and then depending on how high or low your rings are for your scope, is going to dictate how much you need here. So it's kind of I got the MKM throw lever on here. This is like a polymer something. So super lightweight, doesn't take up much room. But with the LHT, it has this piece right here on the actual scope, so they have to design around it. So that's something you would have to make sure you get the right one for. Mag release is inside of the trigger guard. Works really well, works good. You can see there's the mag there. So the bottom section piece runs AICS magazines and a couple others, but I don't know offhand which ones. I'm running the MDT, the windowed version with the metal lips. Those seem to work really well. We talked about this, but it's a 5-port that works really well, and it's titanium. So basically you're trying to lose as much weight as possible and being able to put on the extra things that you need, like maybe a triple pull or something. So you'll see these orange zip ties represent factory and NRL Hunter. And they're supposed to be on any equipment that you weigh in on. So you'll see it on here, you'll see it on my rifle, and so on. So I'm not really gonna get into this yet, but you wanna make sure that you can add an arc rail. So the NRL Hunter version makes it a lot easier because now you have 2 pieces of M-lock right here. So inside of the stock, they actually built 2 M-lock sections. So depending on what you're running, I was running Area 419, just their universal one. It worked fine, but I wanted to go to something that had a bag rider plate built into it that was super thin, super lightweight, super strong, and that'll be a separate video, what I might have said earlier. So the downfalls of this rifle. The downfalls of this rifle are usually the guy that sits right here. That's usually the downfall of this rifle. This rifle shoots super well, great groups, and is very well balanced, very well put together, no issues, super smooth action, which makes it really nice. I will say that it is, it's not a custom action, but it is super smooth. I will say it's a lot better than the MG Lite was, and I have it right over there. I might do a comparison video of these 2 rifles. So the rifle has a 24-inch stainless steel barrel, and it's a 6.5 Creedmoor, if I didn't say that, but I'm really liking this rifle. It's doing super well, and it shoots really good as long as the guy behind it is doing what he's supposed to do. If he makes a good wing call and he makes sure that he ranges the targets at the correct distance, he's golden. So hopefully you guys enjoy. I have been shooting the 144 Burger hybrids out of it, and it's been shooting well. They do make quite a few different rounds for the 6.5 Creedmoor, so depending on what you get. I have shot the Hornady 140, the match, ELD match. Those shot super great out of this. I actually broke it in with those and printed some really good groups. But other than that, she's performing well. I'll give you an update if something crazy changes or not. So, and the trigger is a little bit better, super lightweight. You can get it down to some, I think it's like 3 or 4 ounces. I don't really like it that light. I have it a little bit, I have it heavier, but just a nice smooth trigger. This is by Trigger Tech, which they make great triggers. I've been shooting those for quite a few years now. So you guys have an enjoyable day. Stay tuned. See you on the next one.